All right.
All righty.
Good morning.
Morning.
Woo!
Welcome to another
Another exciting episode of You Must Be Joking.
right?
Oh my God.
I'm glad you can talk today.
I can't. Well, it's because I'm so excited. I mean,
I have that effect on a lot of
as a
people.
recovering addict, I got to watch the Hunter Biden leaked tapes again, and he's sitting there, he's weighing up about an ounce of crack, and I'm just like, man, I need to talk to your chef, sir. Woohoo! The thoughts that crossed my mind. That's crazy. So, I mean, and the thing about that is, it really doesn't make me think any less of Biden's presidency, that his son is as degenerate as I used to be and probably still could be. To me, that's I can keep that separate.
Yeah.
But if they're coercing and colluding in business practices that are affecting the average person's paycheck, then I would have to. And by that I mean, look at the gas prices. I'm wondering if their collusion with Ukraine and OPEC and China even has anything to do with that. If it does, if it doesn't, then it's misdirected anger.
Yeah, well, it's really hard to point a finger because we only have 10.
And we've been shown 500 things. It's just like bad, so bad.
Yeah,
so, but, it is what it is. But yeah, we got kicked off YouTube last time. Boop, boop.
Yeah. I got 3 different emails. The first email, they said because of our last discussion,
Seahawks.
we were talking about the COVID thing,
Bengals.
and all we did was we read an article by a scientist, an immunologist.
Okay.
So it was a couple of statements from him.
Oh.
Yeah, and so we read that, and then we talked about our own personal opinions, and we made sure that they knew it was our personal opinions.
I'm not a doctor.
And our own experiences.
I'm not a financial advisor.
And so then they said that it was
attorney.
Yeah, so YouTube said that it was misinformation,
Of course.
and so they deleted our video.
Perfect.
Okay?
Perfect.
So I wrote back because that pissed me off, because all we did, like I said, is we read a news article.
The article, yeah.
This is an article from the news, okay? It's not like I found it online, I mean, this is a news article.
Yeah.
So we read parts of it, okay?
Was it? I can't remember. Was it an opinion piece or was it an actual?
It was an actual scientific
Okay.
piece, okay? So anyway, and so it just pissed me off that they would do that, when all we did was read and then give our own experience. So I wrote back and everything, and I said, well, considering all the information that has started to come forward, which it has, okay, all the stuff that they'd been trying to hide and trying to keep on the low, all right, but it's starting to come out, and we're getting bits and pieces of it. We're getting more and more. I said, now, as it comes out more,
just like the
then,
Snowden leak,
then
it's a little bit at a time.
But then we're going to have all this information out there, and we can prove that you've been
fibbing. They've been fibbing.
Well, the way I put it was that they have been restricting our First Amendment rights, the freedom of speech, and with that, and then they're also guilty of aiding the attempted genocide.
Aiding and abetting criminals? No way. Our government?
I'm talking about YouTube itself. Okay. So,
well,
because
how are they not our government?
YouTube is not my government.
Well,
I didn't vote for them. They started a business.
Hey, man, we didn't vote for a lot of things that we have to deal with.
Yeah, but we never got a chance to vote for YouTube, did we?
That's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
Okay, so I said,
Is buying stock count as a vote?
So when all this information does finally come out, then the lawsuit will start, and I'll have enough information and to go for it, and I'll be able to win these lawsuits.
Because they took it down again, right?
Well, then they gave it, after I told them that, the next day I got another email telling me that, it was our mistake.
Look.
Yeah, we have reevaluated, and we have put it back up. I said, okay, fine. Now, the next day, they took it back down again, saying the same thing that they did the first time.
And so I'm wondering if it's just automated. The entire process that you went through from the moment it got taken down and you were alerted was it automated that when you responded, they sent you an automated response and it got put back up and then it got flagged again automatically due to the algorithm?
Well, let me try this.
Because if a human being had interacted with you and the video and upload or allowed it to be uploaded again, wouldn't you think they'd be like, okay, let's set this to not be taken down again? I mean, it's a push of a button for an actual tech, right? Or is it? Is it a flip of a 1 and a 0 in the digital world for just some computer program?
I think actually,
If I cite the Brown versus case. But yeah, so hi, how y'all doing out there? I said this football team thingy and encourage your viewers. Well, oh my God, they're giving me advice. Hello, everybody who's joined, and goodbye to everybody who left already. Sorry I didn't see you. We were pretending to talk about things that might be important. You know, like Hunter Biden's crack habit. And how now I have to go poop.
oh, I remember where it's at. Hold on here. That's why I didn't see it when I looked.
This is me doing a podcast called You Might Be Joking. Right?
No, you must.
Oh, you must, not you might. See, that's how crazy I am. I can't even remember my own podcast name.
Okay, well, here, let's
I think the other one's called The Vegetable Soup Show.
Let's do this.
Oh, I must encourage my viewers to share the. Oh, I'm supposed to tell you guys to share this shit. You know what? Don't worry about me. Thank you for watching.
Okay, so here's the first one. Okay. Hi,
YouTube, remove
RCR.
your content.
Our team has reviewed your content, and unfortunately, we believe it violates our medical misinformation policy. We removed the following content.
Medical misinformation.
Yeah. Okay. So now I had replied to them and told them like I told you. Okay. Now, the very next day, we'll go back here to the next one, to this one. Okay. Hi, RCR, you must be joking. We have reviewed your appeal for the following.
Uh-huh.
After taking another look, we can confirm that your content does not violate our community guidelines.
Yay.
Thanks for your patience while we reviewed this appeal. Our goal is to make sure content doesn't violate our community guidelines, blah, 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 blah.
Uh-huh.
We're sorry for any frustration or mistake caused to you.
Oh, you know what we forgot to do with the lead was go, this is for entertainment purposes only. Please don't deform us. Wait, deform us? Deplatform us. I'm already deformed.
So now I didn't say anything back to them on this one. Okay.
Oh, that's why, because you didn't say, thank you very much, my powerful overlords.
So now the last one was the very next day. You must be joking, right? Our team has reviewed your content, and unfortunately, we think it violates our medical misinformation policy. Again.
Okay, so if you interacted with a human being on that second interaction where they allowed it to be re-uploaded or whatever, maybe they didn't hit the button that said don't do it again, because this seems automated to me.
Yeah.
Seems like an algorithm said, oh, you said words that are against our blah blah blah.
Yeah, it might have been his name for all I know.
And it's funny how people keep asking me about, when I say they're taking our freedoms. Well, what freedoms are they taking? And God, since the 80s, they've been working on freedom of speech hardcore.
Oh, yeah.
And as a musician, that means I have one of two choices. I can create an album where I'm going to get that little MSRP sticker on it, or I can create an album without it. And it's just like, well, if I do it with the sticker, will I get more sales from this demographic? And if I do it without, will I get less sales from that demographic? So should I create music driven towards the other demographic? So now I've got to, it's almost, is it a moral decision? I want to swear when I say fuck the government. I want people to hear it, but or do I just want the government's not really good for us? Over here.
Well, I can't imagine anybody trying seriously to say that the government is good for us or that it's doing what we want.
34% of the American population think Biden's doing a great job.
Well,
or let me put that more correctly, the Democrat team is still good.
Okay, well then that makes actual sense. Okay, that means there's 66% saying puke. Okay,
Yeah, but
but
of those 66% saying puke, I keep going in the wrong place. I didn't store any because I wasn't here.
yeah,
Of those 66 saying puke, are they only saying puke because their team isn't on top? Or are they saying puke because they can see the entirety of the situation needs to be changed?
well, 66% say that they're not happy, while you said 34% says they are, right? Or yeah,
Hey, and these are just polls that I saw that are from probably last week
yeah.
because I'm very behind on my watching of YouTube stuff.
But
For some
you've
reason.
seen the increase in homelessness and drug addictions and
Oh
alcoholism.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
okay.
I talk about
So,
it
yeah,
all the time. It's because it's by design. This is being done to
right,
us on
yeah.
purpose, people.
So you figure 34% is probably drug addicts, drunks, homeless, and morons. Okay, so
No, they're less ons because if they had more on, they'd probably not be,
so that would
so
explain why they're
destitute.
happy with the way that the government's doing everything, right? Where 66% are actually, probably the sober one, or at least the ones that are actually working and having, their own life. So
I would have to assume that the at least a minority of the 34% that were agreeable to the situation that's going on are a little bit well to do, I would guess. Don't have the everyday worry of, well, I can only
paying
put
gas
ten
for
dollars
gas.
in my tank because I got to bring home at least a burger from the dollar menu.
Yeah.
Because there's people that are way worse off than us and still aren't homeless yet, but they're getting there. They're getting there.
Well, I mean, I figure I'm not doing too bad, but I'm really concerned about, if
Bro, we're doing fantastic.
I spent way too much yesterday on gas to
I
go
spent
down
way
and
too
get
much
back.
yesterday on pizza.
Well, I tried, you remember I had to go to Oregon to
Yeah,
I was going to get that truck, right?
14-hour trip.
Yeah, and the guy decided that, and he filled up the tank on the truck. Okay, and I was playing, and he'd made sure that I knew it, and because I was going down there, we were going to swap down there, and then I was going to have to drive back. So, I was thinking, all right, cool. All I got to do is drive down there. We'll swap trucks, and then I can drive back. I don't have to worry about the expense of the gas.
Right.
Well, I got down there. It wasn't a good enough deal, so I decided to come on back. But I had to pay for the gas to come
Oh,
back,
yeah.
and that was spendy.
Jeez.
So a round trip that far and everything in the pickup.
Oh, yeah.
So. Right now it's just below a quarter
Hey,
tank.
you used to drive truck. Tell me something. One time we were doing this gig, this knockoff gig, and we drove from Seattle to Spokane.
Okay.
And we went on 2 tanks of gas. Coming back took almost 3.5 tanks of gas.
Because of the wind.
What the mother father? Really? Just
Yeah.
the wind?
Yes.
Man.
Yeah, because almost always you got a headwind heading this way because of the mountains.
Okay.
Okay, the air pressure builds up over on this side of the mountains and it pushes over, and then it's like a waterfall that comes down. That's why, especially around Ellensburg and stuff, they've constantly got a wind there. I mean, the air is just coming down.
I was doing some work in San Lasac and Roslyn and all that stuff, and getting high up there.
Yeah. Well, I remember once I was driving,
But
and I was
back to
doing
the thing,
I was
'cause-
doing a straight truck to Salt Lake City and had to come back, and I should have had more than. In fact, the computer on the onboard computer on the truck actually said that I had enough fuel to make it all the way into Baker City.
Okay.
Okay. I ran out of fuel before I got all the way to what's the name of Eden,
Okay.
which is probably another 50, 60 miles east of Boise. So
Well,
and
it's
that-
that because we're getting ready to leave, and one of our crew was staying because he had relatives out there, and he's like, "Okay, you're gonna take that car? Are you good on gas?" And we're just like, "Well, it took 2 tanks to get here, so yeah, we're good." Shit, help! had to get people wiring us money and stuff because this was quite a while ago.
yeah, but yeah, the headwind will kill you.
And I couldn't understand. I was just like, okay, well, yeah, we just need one more tank. Shit, we need another.
Yeah. On
And the best part was when the water pump busted free of the engine.
yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, it was perfect. We still, and that was at the very bottom of Stevens Pass. We were coming into what's that city right there? I can't remember the name of it. It's off 90.
Gold Hill or
No.
Gold Bar.
No. The
Index.
the big city. You come through
Snoqualmie.
It's Snoqualmie. So we're going through Snoqualmie. The thing pops off, and we're just like, we're getting it home. Drove it all the way to Alki. It's just like, fuck it. It was overheating and everything.
Oh yeah, I imagine so. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
The good days, man.
Hey,
The good old days.
I had a 63 Mercury Meteor, and we were driving. I was going to go back to the mountains in Oregon, and had enough of the city for a while. So I was going back down. I had a buddy with me, and we ended up going. Oh, hey, guess what? We got guest.
Son of a mother of all toasted donuts. Good morning, sir.
Hey, Steve, what's up?
I'll just show you. We actually got people. We got
Morning.
things. We do stuff. Are you looking? Can you see? Am I showing this the right way? Anyway, I'm doing a TikTok live at the same time, sir. And unfortunately, anyone that's looking has to see my ugly face.
That's what they pay for.
That's what they pay for. That's why you bought that. That's why you're helping Elon get that Twitter thing going so you can get the hell off TikTok.
So how's it going there, Mr. Steve?
Oh, just spiffy.
Spiffy.
What you doing today after you get done with this?
Man stuff.
Man stuff. Whoop. I'm gonna do woman stuff. I think I'm gonna make some bread today.
Now, when you say man stuff, does that mean you're taking a nap and drinking a beer, or vice versa?
Pretty much.
Drink the beer, then take the nap. There.
That's what it is. I drink the beer, I take the nap, I wake up, I make some nice brioche. Whoop.
Some woodworking, some painting.
Right on.
There you go. You feel like coming over here and giving me a hand? I could sure use it.
I'll give you one from here.
A round of applause, please.
Now, everybody, just so you know, this is Steve, and he comes on the show from time to time. Real funny guy, easy to get along with, normally.
Not aggressive, mostly.
No, he's not an aggressive person. You can actually say that.
So anyway, we were talking about getting kicked off of YouTube for saying stuff that they dislike. So let's talk about Hunter Biden some more. I'm just kidding.
like
You know what? You know what's most important to me right now? This is a message I want to get out to everybody. Everyone is dissatisfied with the state of the government. Everyone. And right now, there's approximately, between the House and the Senate, there's approximately 470 seats up for re-election. So right now, we have the ability to say loud and clear that we are tired of what is going on in the United States by just voting in all new people.
Well, that's what we should have done.
That's what we can do. August 2nd in the Pacific Northwest. So I'm assuming that's the same everywhere. I don't know. I'm stupid.
No, I can vouch for him.
We have this chance. We have this opportunity to let these people know. And I can understand. I don't care what your position is. You hate guns, you love abortion, that's fine. You hate abortion, you love guns, that's also fine. Vote for the politician that has the policies that you want. If that's how you feel. But right now we could just vote in all new people that have absolutely zero experience. They're just, what did you even vote for me for? I was just a joke. Get them in there and get the people that have been ruining this country out. We have that ability right now.
Yeah. Well, you forgot one group of people, when you were, you forgot the people that loved the gun that made the abortion necessary.
Hey, you know what we need to do is we need to figure out a way to arm the fetus so that when the doctor comes in to kill it, it can do the stand your ground defense and shoot the doctor. Right?
Or at the very least, it pee in its eye.
But no, we could send a very strong message by not re-electing Schumer or Pelosi or
Would
McConnell.
you please remember this is a
This
family
is why
channel.
we're getting kicked off YouTube. I say these words.
Yeah, he gets into this vulgar stuff. Starts talking.
DeSantis, you know, all these senators, all the House could be. We could do a spring cleaning of this House right now.
Good. The broom is over there.
We could get rid of these people. It's up to us.
The broom is over there. I
It's
got to
literally
wash.
up to us.
He's ignoring me. There's a wash rag back over here and everything where you can start all this
Or-
spring cleaning.
Or we can just keep doing the same old and hope things change because we're not doing anything to change it.
Well, if you go and grab the broom and the rag, you can go ahead with the
Listen,
spring cleaning.
I'm not going to go to a rack to grab a broom.
You don't have to. It's right over there.
Just say go grab a broom in a rack.
And a rag so you can wipe. And see, look at the dust.
Mother of all pearls.
Yeah.
That's less dusty. Earth is the dustiest planet I have ever been on, and I will vouch for that right now.
Well, I don't know if that's true or not because I'm not sure which planets you visited.
Well, see, I'm just saying this is the dustiest one, and I think it's because because they say that a lot of the dust is from our skin flakes.
Well, there are a lot of flakes on this planet.
I am one of them. I'm a corn flake. Boop, 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 boop. What kind of corn? White corn. You've heard of white corn. Come on.
So, put in your 2 cents there, Steve. Don't just sit
Or
there
a
looking
dollar. Come on. You've been watching long enough. Let's take $1 out of this guy. 2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits of peso?
Wake up.
He's not interested anymore. He's just like, man, that guy is spitting some bars that are just uncomprehensible.
Oh, boy.
Can you hear us? Can you see us? He's like, yep, I'm not part of this conversation. Listen, I don't care who you vote for. Just stop voting for the same old shit.
Vote for me.
Vote for the policies. Don't vote for the person. Vote for the policies.
Vote for Gary.
Vote for Gary Ennis.
Just write it in.
A goat for G Ennis is almost a P Ennis.
Vote for me, because by God, you couldn't do any worse than you have.
I'm telling you, sometimes I look back at the Trump presidency and I'm like, man, if I was president, is that what I would have done, or would I have been even worse? Probably even worse. But it reminds me of the Mad TV show. They had I can't remember what the guy's name, but it was like Steve for president, and the guy comes to. And the security guy is just like, here's your bottle. Let's go. And he's like, what? And he's like, yeah, you're president. What? What do you mean I'm president?
There was a movie a long time ago. I don't remember what the name of it was.
Idiocracy. It was a documentary.
No, it was Idiocy. That was the documentary.
Hey, man.
But no, Robin Williams.
Brando.
Robin
Got electrolytes.
Robin Williams ended up being president. He was a stand-up comic, and they told, and he was
Really?
he was running as a joke, but he got voted in, and it turned out to be
Robin
actually,
Williams?
Yeah, he actually started doing it and doing it right, doing his best, but his popularity started dropping, and they found out that it was
Two people?
because it was because there was a computer glitch, so he didn't get to stay president. He had actually lost, but the computer, But it was actually a pretty funny movie.
Huh. I don't know if I've ever heard of that one.
I've
Imagine
only seen
somebody
it that once and
winning
never heard
from
of
a
it.
computer glitch.
Say
Like
what?
that would happen.
What?
Like that would happen. Somebody winning from a computer glitch.
Like that would happen for the last 5 elections. What? Oh man, and I say all this. Hey, go vote. It's I say this because I'm hoping beyond hopes that our votes really count.
I just hope that the people voting can count.
Because I got my pamphlet and I'm looking through there and there's a lot of people with absolutely no experience. And I'm just like, should I vote for her? Should I vote for him? Should I vote? Because when they have absolutely no political experience, you got to look at what their community experience is and what their you got to kind of guess what their policies are going to be by their beliefs just from a paragraph or two, and that's really difficult. But what's nice about the voter pamphlets that they pass out in our area is they have a phone number you can call and an email you can contact, and you contact this email and just be like, hey, can you expand upon this particular policy that you spoke of here? And if you get some automated shit back, don't vote for that guy. If you get something back that's they at least took the time to acknowledge, hey, we understand you sent this question. We don't have a perfect answer for you right now because we don't have a speechwriter for us, but we're letting you know that we've gotten your message, so it wasn't an automated, hey, this is blah, blah, blah. Respond. Interact with these people. You want to find out what these people are doing. You want to know what their policies are, because you don't care if it's a R, a D, an I, what are the other ones? LGBTQ, whatever. I don't give a shit about the person. I care about the policies, because right now, anyone that's a goddamn politician's a criminal. Shit, I could be a politician. I'm not. My record's not that bad. I could probably be a politician right now. Only got 2 felony assaults, bro, and so I've never killed anybody while I was drinking and driving, and I've never been caught smoking crack, and I've never filmed it. So
I've never killed anybody while drinking and driving,
but I have taken a picture of a weight on a scale. That's the funniest thing about the Hunter Biden thing, is it's like, okay, what's he doing with that? Because I've back in when I was heavy in it, I'd get some and I'd go home and I'd be like, sir, excuse me, and this is not what you said it was.
Of course, he snorted half of it on the way back.
Oh no, we didn't touch it. You kidding me? What? Rip off a dealer? What?
Excuse me, my 8-ball is only weighing about a 7-ball. Nah. No, I think if you guys vote for me, then I will reinstate an old law.
Oh boy.
Vagrancy.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yes,
You cannot live on the streets. You got to get the hell out of town.
I would run, but I'm too old. I don't want to be. I don't want to be because I go against everything that I stand for, because I think that you shouldn't be allowed to be in office over the age of 55.
Well, see, I don't really think... Now, as far as presidency goes, I do believe that probably 70 is too old. Okay? But I know a lot of people, and have known a lot of people, that are in their 60s, like me,
okay,
that are actually still in pretty good shape.
Listen,
and, have a good chance
and I
of living
understand
through
that,
their
and
job.
I understand that a lot of people are mentally cognizant and physically capable well into their 90s. Shit, some of them into their hundreds. I get that. But we are still a young country, and so we need young leaders so that the future can be driven in the right direction. Because if you got these old people that are set in their ways, that have been in office for 40 and 50 years, that think, back in the 40s and the 30s, no, you got to look at in the 2050s and the 2060s. So you need smart people, which we don't have right now by design, but you need smart younger people telling these younger people how to advance and progress as they grow in life.
I think actually that you're wrong and right in a way.
Hey, listen, it's just an opinion. It's just an opinion.
Yeah, and I understand it, and I agree to parts of it.
Yeah.
Okay, but I do believe that if you're going to do the whole leadership thing, okay, then experience also counts. But it has to be a decent experience. It can't be that you've been doing the same shit for 500 years, and this kind of stuff.
Well, there's always an
have
exception to the rule.
Yeah, I do believe that you have to grow, you have to know and be able to plan ahead. But I do believe that that the person could be 60, 70 years old, okay, but he should be surrounded by people that are much younger, and in today's crowd, like the millennials right now or whatever.
Well, look, there's an exception to every rule.
In order to make it a full,
Dave Chappelle
complete
started
deal.
doing comedy when he was 14. Rodney Dangerfield didn't start doing comedy till he was 64. So they're and they were both masters of their craft.
Yeah, Rodney Dangerfield, he started in his 30s, but he didn't actually get his break until he was in his mid-50s.
Okay, well...
And then he didn't hit it big until he was in his 60s.
Chappelle probably didn't start until he was maybe 17 or 18, but... and then he got his break with the Chappelle show, and then that amazing thing where he was just like, no, I'm out. Man, you can't control me. Beautiful. But the point is there's an exception to every rule, but I don't care about the exceptions when it comes to the way the country should be driven. And again, it's just my opinion. I think that these people should have leaders that are from the age 25 to 55, and anyone over that, use them for their wisdom. Don't let them remain in control, because that you come into the generational tyranny that we have.
That's where we come up with the disagreement, is because I don't really think that if you're in your 60s, 70s, 40s, 20s, whatever, and if you're a president or whatever, I don't believe you have control. I think that there's somebody behind there and everything that is controlling you.
See, and that's another reason why we should vote in all brand new people, because right now, everybody that is sitting in office, from the ones you love to the ones you hate and all the ones in between, everyone's sitting in office right now as a piece of crap criminal. And we need to get them out of there, because they are owned and they're bought and paid for by people we don't get to have a say in what goes on. Because lobbying is just bribery, and I don't get to lobby my representatives and say, hey, man, I really think that you should stand against assault weapon bans. I don't get to give this guy thousands of dollars, millions of dollars, so that his vote is for my feelings. So if we can get rid of all these corporate owned and media sponsored representatives that are in there now, because they only represent the corporations that can afford them, and bring in all new people that don't have a freaking clue what they're doing, it will be a disaster, but it will be better than what we have. I would prefer a out of control disaster to this controlled hard visioned turn towards communism. And it's disgusting to see people led by their nose by the media down the path of communism, going, oh, this is great, this is democracy. No, it isn't.
Very little of what we've been seeing here lately is actually democratic. Okay? So,
well, actually, it's all democratic, because democracy is mob rules.
Yeah,
democracy equates to mob rules, and the mob can be as small as 50 people.
Yeah. Except that's
if they're ruling you.
Yeah, except that's not the mob. I mean, the mob is the sheep. You got a few sheep herders, and that's about it.
What that one guy say? He'd be the one white guy in the middle of a big old field of black people going, you're the minority.
Yeah, and that's pretty much what they're doing,
yes.
So it's not...
And we allow it.
Yeah, because this is not a democracy. It's not the mob rules.
Right now, in the next few months, to change everything.
Yeah, we can't change anything if the people don't speak out and use their numbers.
We can't change anything if everyone is complacent and compliant and happy with the status quo.
Yeah, but
we can't change anything if everyone wants to do everything based on their feelings.
No, actually, I think that would actually be a good idea if people actually started going by what they feel is right instead of what they think
No, I'd
the
rather
other
have
people
them go
want.
by what they know is right.
I would settle for somebody doing what they feel is right than what they are afraid to offend.
I'll get with that.
Okay?
We need to stop being afraid to offend and to
Yeah.
be offended.
Yeah.
That we need to get rid of that.
Yeah. It's
How
what-
do you get rid of that though? We've been indoctrinated to that for the past 20 years?
I would say right now that we are actually a very good example. Okay? Because you and I see things a lot differently,
Well,
which
yeah,
is one
but
reason why I
we're
wanted to do
supposed
this
to.
with you. You know? And and I know that there are times and everything where I say stuff and everything that just probably
Oh,
sets you on
burns
edge.
my
Yeah.
ass, bro.
And,
Fuck,
and
I'm just
there,
like,
and-
"Oh!"
yeah, and there are things
And,
that you,
but
it's
but
like, oh
I
my
don't
God,
I
can't
don't
even believe
explode
you
on you.
said that.
I
you
don't
know?
explode on
Yeah.
you because we're having a conversation.
But that's what that's the way the country should be.
Oh God,
You know, we should be able to have these conversations. We should be able to have the frustration. We should be able to say, okay, no, put your panties on right and let's do it this way or whatever. Without,
I will have them remain twisted, sir.
Yeah.
And you will see it my way.
Yeah, but anymore, you have a conversation like this, and you got somebody on one side or the other that's got their heads between their legs, their thumb in their mouth, going.
What you said hurt my feelings.
Yeah. Now what
And
we
now
should
we're
do,
canceled. That's what happened on YouTube the other week.
what we should do as a country is be more like Steve here. Okay.
One viewer.
Just sit there,
Thank
be
you for
quiet,
remaining.
and wait for the opening, and then when nobody else is listening, go bullshit.
With the megaphone. Bullshit. No, I mean, we really do have an opportunity to make a big difference, a big statement. I mean, we can leave people in that you feel are good, because I'm sure there's people that are in office right now that are saying the right things, doing the right things.
Well, I don't know
As
about doing
opposed,
the right
as
things.
opposed to people that are in office right now saying the right things but doing shit all for the people.
Yeah, well,
Because I'm sure there's people in there that are trying. I
No.
bet you AOC, when they said, "Hey, you want me?" She was like, "Oh, I can change shit," and they're just like, "No, you gotta do what we say." And now she's just like, "Oh, I do gotta do what you say," you know. So and then there's people that are like, "I'm gonna go in there and change shit," and they're like, "Oh, he's trying to change shit. Get the hell out of here."
yeah, well,
That's why some of them only get one term, and that's why some of them are in there for 50 and 60 years.
yeah. What I think that we have people that might be in office still that want to do the right thing, that have high aspirations of what they could do, but they have shackles on, so they can't really do a whole
That's
lot.
what I'm saying.
And
you go in
so
there with
if
all
you-
the intentions
if you get,
want.
Yeah, but if we manage to get rid of the junk, the garbage, but see, the problem is we can't really point
Well,
and say, well, you're
That's garbage
this-
because you're pointing over there. That's garbage. And I'm like, no, this is the hero. And you're like, no, that's garbage because one man's terrorist is another man's freedom fighter. God damn it.
Right. So well, that's what I'm saying, though. You can't just point and say, well, this guy here actually believes what he's saying, but somebody's shackling him, and this guy here is garbage. So there again, we have to go back to, like you said, which is get rid of all of them and start from scratch.
Yeah.
And I would use a caterpillar to scratch it,
And we have the opportunity. We have the opportunity right now to make a huge difference.
in this
even
state.
if half of them.
Well, in this
no,
county.
in this country, right now, between August 2nd and November, whatever the hell, they have it on Tuesday so that you don't get out there. That's why they have it in the middle of the week, and especially now, when everyone has to fucking go to work.
Well,
It's harder now to get out to vote, but you can vote by mail and you can, do all the fun stuff. But you got to vote. You got to vote.
Hmm.
You have to vote. And vote for the policies, not the person, not the party.
Right.
Once you start voting for the policies, you'll see dynamic, drastic change all around you.
if you vote for the policies, great. If you vote for the person, if you think the person would be good, I would say even that, great. Vote for the party, you're a moron.
I can agree with the person thing because I've
But,
probably told
yeah,
this story
don't
before.
vote for
One
the
time I
party.
went to Long Acres back when it was still a thing.
Yeah.
and I went with my sister and my mother and a couple other guys. And so we're there, and the guys were looking at the brochure, reading the thing, looking at the stats, blah 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 blah. And we're making our best. The women are down, looking at the animal.
Yeah.
They made their bets.
He's pretty.
Yep. They won more than we did because they're just down there going, oh yeah, no, he looks like a runner. Oh, she looks really good. It's just like, oh, shit. So by the end of the day, I'm betting with the women. So yeah, if the person gives you the charisma, but here's the downfall to the charisma. Bill Clinton, lots of charisma, shit person.
Well, a lot of people are like that.
Bill Cosby, lots of charisma, shit person. Bill Gates, lots of money, shit person. What's with all these bills?
Nobody likes bills.
Nobody likes bills.
If I could, I'd throw all my bills in the trash.
Bills are garbage, man.
Sorry, Bill Engvall.
We'll call him William.
William
Engvall.
Yeah, well, it's William Engvall now.
like what was that? The Ed Sullivan show, the video that Bill Joel did. He was mimicking being.
You mean
on
William Joel?
Yeah, he was mimicking being on the Ed Sullivan show. William Joel. No, he's Billy Joel. He's not Bill. He's Billy. Billy. Wally.
Yeah, and Billies are really good. Look at Billy the Kid.
Goats.
See, Billy the Kid, he actually understood politics and policies.
He did.
He understood finances quite well, too.
And as far as I know, he was into classical music.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's because rock hadn't been invented yet.
That's true. Definitely had a lot of Western and maybe some country. Well, he was into classical.
Yeah, you had country and you had Western back then. Yeah. But, yeah, other than that, you had folk. You had classical. You had blues.
What? Way back then you had blues?
Yeah.
I suppose blues have been around as long as music's been around.
Yeah.
Because anyone that wrote a song when they were first writing wrote a sad song.
Yeah.
I hate my wife and my life.
Yeah. Well, a lot of the song, Red River Valley.
Quit killing the cats for guitar strings.
Fiddles.
Quit breeding the cats.
That's why we had so many cats, was to keep the fiddles.
Hey, people,
strong.
don't forget to spay and neuter your children as soon as they're born, because we're tired of the world.
Now, see, that put us back on our conversation from last week.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the trouble, yeah. So we won't go there this time.
I have no medical experience except for the 3 operations I've had.
I have no medical experience except for all the...
Of course, I have no knowledge of those operations because I got some good drugs before I got my shit knocked out.
My very first surgery was them sewing my finger back on, and I was wide awake talking to the anesthesiologist and the nurses.
That's true. I was awake when they put my leg back together after I got hit by the car.
And the doctor 3 times told us to shut up because he almost made a mistake, and I think could be why my finger's crooked.
That could be. He was laughing. You were laughing. It's just like, fuck it.
Yeah, we were joking around.
So
got him laughing.
the finger on really wrong.
At least the fingernail is still towards the back of the hand instead of the front.
We're all laughing. You're all laughing. Pay me and be gone.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun though.
I'm telling you, man. Such a huge opportunity right now. I mean, am I wrong, Steve, sir? Come on, that you're a completely objective, hopefully biased opinion on this. Am I wrong? Do we not have a chance?
Just I say make it just like any other job. You retire at a certain age. You work as long as you can. You retire at a certain age.
And you can get fired real quick.
None of
Well,
this
see, that's where I
bullshit where they're
disagree. I don't think
retiring.
it should be like any other job because I don't think they should be having pensions. I don't think we
No,
should have career
No,
politicians.
he said a job. He didn't say a union job. Just a regular
no,
job.
it should be just like everybody else. And
Yeah.
when you retire, you get so much of your pay, and this bullshit where they're making hundreds of thousands of dollars after they retire, that's bullshit. They got
No
to be
pensions.
accountable for their finances just like we do. I'm going to retire at 67 because that's the age they say I gotta. And then and it's like, but we're only going to give you half your pay. And
I would settle for
what the
half.
hell
I'm
Am
am
I
not
I
going to
allowed
going to
to
get
pay
much.
drink
them?
on live TikToks or should I dip out? Well, I don't think that they should be receiving pensions. It's public service. They are it's basically it's jury duty to the extreme. So they're getting paid for the time that they're there, and they're lucky that they're getting as much as they do. What they should be doing is be getting paid the average minimum wage of the constituents in their district that they're supposed to represent. That's what they should be doing. They should be clocking in and clocking out. They shouldn't have paid days off, shouldn't have weekends, shouldn't have vacations. They should have the exact same medical care that the constituents in their district have. And yes, I understand that in some districts they're richer than they are in other districts. And so those discrepancies, hopefully, if they adhered to these kinds of rules where they were limited to their ability to earn based on what their constituents could earn, there would be some kind of leveling that would come across. I understand that the people in Bellevue are always going to be way above the people in the gutter in Tacoma, but it's just
Hey, I resemble that.
I do, and I understand that it's just the how life is going to work. But if these people go in there knowing they're going to get a salary, knowing they're going to have a pension, don't have to worry about what the people say once they're in, because all you got to do is do a real good performance at American's Best Idol. I'm the American top politician. Just vote for me. Once you're in, boom. All you got to do is lockstep with whatever they're doing, fall in to the line, and you become a millionaire, and you don't care. You don't have to care about the people. You just have to care about the corporations, what they want you to do, what they need you to do, the bills they want you to pass, the things that they need to do so that they can make more money so you can put that money in your pocket. What you need to do is have people in office that want to see the constituents in their district thrive, have equity, equal justice, equal health care, equal opportunity. Just the basic equal opportunity would be a fantastic advancement for so many cities and townships around this country. It's hard to believe that we are programmed to ignore that.
What now? If you're done with your rant,
I'm done with my rant.
okay. Now
my
it's my
rant.
now it's my turn.
Do it.
Okay, I believe.
I believe.
That-
Got to start every statement with that.
Okay, so much for that. No, I do believe that if you're going to be a politician, then you should have a set wage, and that wage should be set prior to you getting the position. Okay,
They have that in place, though.
yeah. I also believe that should be your only source of income as long as you're in office. You should not be allowed to play the stock market. You should not be allowed to accept donations other than for the election process as set forth in previous. Okay, so it has to actually be in the open. They should be they should have to use the same medical as the people in their constituency, and they should not get any retirement other than Social Security, just like the rest of us. They should get nothing extra. They shouldn't have their extra security. They shouldn't, Secret Service or whatever. That should not be part of it. Is once they're out of office, they're out of office, and then they can go ahead and start trying to make their fortune.
We'll see.
But they in office, that is the only thing they should be concerned with, and that should be the only income they are allowed to get. Anything else is illegal, and they can't keep it. So therefore, once they're out of office, which would make it probably a little more appealing for them to get out of office, then they can go ahead and start playing the stock markets. They can start doing
Yeah,
other
but
things.
what's to stop them from putting bills and laws in place that help them as soon as they jump out? Boom! Now I'm rich as shit.
But
See, where if they're in office and they're making minimum wage, district average minimum wage,
yes,
they can do whatever the hell they want with their money because they're punching a clock.
right,
They come in at 7, boom. They're out at 5, boom.
right,
They're getting paid 40 hours a week. They're not getting paid salary.
right.
So, just like any 40-hour-a-week person or 20-hour-a-week, whatever I mean, any hourly person should be able to do with their money whatever they want.
No. Simple. Same reason why a president shouldn't be able to own a hotel while they're in office and have dignitaries come and stay at their hotel. It is a conflict of interest. If they are in a position to where they can affect the market in any way, they should not be allowed to play the market. If they own a McDonald's, then they should not be able to make a policy saying that McDonald's has a cap on how much they can pay their employees. They should not be able to say that the employees of these other restaurants can only make this much while McDonald's employees make this much or whatever.
I agree with that. But
Okay, because there's a conflict of interest, and it's the same as if when they get off work. Okay, we'll say a cop, right? Once they're off work,
a cop. There, I said a cop.
Okay, once they're off work, okay, they can go out drinking, but they still can't drink and drive. Okay, same thing with a politician. Then once they get off, they can go ahead, they can go out and go shopping, they can play cards. Okay, you want to play poker with your buddies? Go for it. Play poker with your buddies. But no, you don't play the stock market because it's a conflict of interest.
But if they're in there on an hourly wage and they're spending their money the way an average person would be spending their money at the level, blue collar level, I guess is what it is. What's to stop me from following their policies and something just happened. That was weird. Sorry. What's to stop me from following what policies they're writing, following what things they're investing in, watching what they're doing, and if I like what they're doing, follow it and mimic it. 2, if I don't like it, tell people and vote them out.
That's just it. But they shouldn't be allowed to be doing anything that could cause a conflict of interest or increase their income. They should be concerned with their job, not their income.
Which is why you follow their policies. And once their policy stops being about helping the district and only helping themselves, you vote them out.
Well, here's one for you. Go ahead and do it this way here. If y'all want to come into the conversation, we still got a little bit of time left. Why don't you give us a call? Call in 253-254-6664. All right?
Yeah, call us. Say, hey, that guy Veg, he's an idiot.
Well, you can put that in writing, too.
Yeah,
We'll give you
I'm
the
not
email.
saying it's not true. I'm just saying you can say it.
Yeah, you can put that in a text also to the same number, or you can email it, But if you actually want to have a conversation or join the conversation, feel free. Call in 253-254-6664.
I keep forgetting that because I'm over there doing my show, and it's just me crying into the microphone by myself. So it's just like, I keep forgetting. But I try and invite people into that conversation, too. I do get emails, and I do the YouTube thing, and I've been getting I think I've been getting a couple more followers per week. And, I was having a YouTube conversation the other day with someone, and they were talking about how many followers I don't have. And they're just like, you're never going to get famous without any followers. And I'm just like, well, I had my opportunity to get famous, and I chose to retire early instead of being famous because being an artist is hard work. Believe me, it is. It's very hard work. So
Yeah, I know.
retired.
Sharpening your pencils are
and-
just
And I don't want followers. I want people that are equal and or smarter than me. So it's not hard to find them because I'm stupid. So smarter than me. I don't want followers. I want people that have the same. I don't know. That can see the same problems I see. How do I explain that? Because
people that have the same warped glasses. that
okay,
you
yeah,
have,
the
yes.
same rose-colored, warped, bent all flower. Because I see problems, and people are like, "No, that's not a problem. You're the problem because I see problems," and I understand that. You're allowed to be happy and comfortable with the situation that's going on because you are happy and comfortable. And I'm allowed to be dissatisfied with the situation that's going on because I see what's going on around me. Because I'm not going to tell you that I'm not comfortable. Look at me. It's a wonderful house here that I'm visiting my friend, and I've got a beautiful place across the street. It's not that I'm not comfortable. I'm uncomfortable with the situation that we are going to be in soon if we continue down the path we're continuing.
We're already in that situation. It just there's opportunity for it to get worse.
But right now,
Yeah.
there's opportunity for it
to
to
get
at least
better.
stop.
There's opportunity for it to get better, but there's also opportunity for it to get worse, and we want to stop it from getting worse.
We want to stop it from getting worse, but I'm in the minority. I am in the minority that sees that it's a problem.
No,
Just because Biden's approval rating is down doesn't mean that everyone hates the Democratic Party, which is funny because the Democratic Party are the same people telling me, hey, you need to give up your guns because, people are using that type of weapon to kill children.
yeah, well,
And out of the other side of their face, they'll be like, hey, you know what? Women need to fight for their right to kill children. Excuse me? Do you not see the hypocrisy?
well,
So if we can get rid of that type of mentality from our government, because you and I are allowed to think that. We can think whatever the hell we want to think. But our government needs to work in the best interest of the people.
and that was the whole idea behind the government originally.
Well, constitutional republics are violent by definition. Any constitutional republic that you can point your finger at is a violent governing system. It depends on war. It depends on conflict. It depends on fear of the citizenry.
You're wrong. What about Rome?
What about China? They're a republic, the Republic of China. What about the Soviet Union? What about Russia right now? They're a republic. They have a constitution. I'm just saying, constitutional republics are violent by nature, and I understand that because humanity is violent by nature. We have to kill to survive. Whether we're killing plants because we're vegan or whether we're killing animals because we're meat eaters, we're killing to survive at every step of our life.
Well, yeah, you have to, and that's the way God intended it to be.
God.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
the way the universe is created to be. So whoever created the universe, we're going to call God. I'm on board with that.
Yeah, because God created us to kill. I mean, that's what we do to survive. From day one on, we kill to survive. And guess what? Vegans do it too. They kill carrots, they kill lettuce, they kill cabbage. Okay? Those used to be alive.
Yeah.
Okay? So, vegetarians, guess what? Woohoo! I'll eat the ant, you eat the turnip root. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But God also gave us
Hey, man.
those canines.
He gave us the intelligence to create a knife to cut shit we can't chew. So, and from being able to make a knife, we turned it into a blender to liquefy it if we can't even suck on it. So.
Well, that's because the Eskimos have actually set that precedent for the old people when they lose their teeth. They used to chew their food for them.
Really?
Now you
like
have
Baby Bird?
Yeah. Now you have a blender.
Please feed me.
Yeah. Now we have blenders and food processors and juicers to where they don't have to chew.
Hey, man.
Yeah. So,
I get it. I'm all about it.
how would you like to have that job? You get all the flavor, but none of the food.
I'll choose your food for you, Mrs. Simpson. Remember when Marge got her boob job? Yeah, that was hilarious.
Anyhow, it looks like we've kind of run our time.
What? Are we out of time?
Okay, everybody, thank you very much for joining us for another episode of You Must Be Joking.
Right?
And you can always contact us, either call and leave a voicemail or a text message at 253-254-6664. Or you can email us, veg@rubberchickenradio.com or gary@rubberchickenradio.com. And let us know what you think. And join the conversation, add to the conversation, or even help us come up with an idea for our next conversation. We'll be back again on Monday. We do this on Mondays and Sundays, so feel free, go ahead, join us each week, and let us know what you think. All right? We appreciate everything that you've done and for joining us, and hope you all have a great week.